The most profound prediction to fall out of Einstein's theory of gravity are his pearls of ether-consuming onyx, less poetically known as black holes. These invisible obsidian spheres are known to crush space and stop time, and if those properties weren't astounding enough, their defining feature is that they also swallow light. The pupils of our eyes are also black holes that consume light, and despite knowing rather intimately what becomes of it, we are at a loss to explain how it becomes the immediately lived experience of spatially extended vision. Do you ever wonder what the true nature of reality is? What must it be like to allow for the emergence and evolution of consciousness? And why, after all of this time, does existence remain a mystery? We stand on the shoulders of countless intellectual giants and benefit from the technological leaps made available by their efforts and discoveries. Yet the fact remains that after all of this progress, all of this environmental dominance, and the incomprehensibly vast amount of accumulated knowledge, we still don't know what the universe is, what consciousness is, or what our purpose, if anything, could be. Although these questions may seem unanswerable, the state of our theories have come a long way, and today are mathematically structured, physically accurate, and experimentally verified. The two that speak most deeply of the nature of nature are quantum field theory and general relativity. At their cores, they are relativistic, locally symmetric field theories, but due to how each treats space-time, remain disunited. Fields are fascinating objects and may even hold the conceptual key to understanding that subtle somewhat that science loves to forget: consciousness. Quantum field theory is erroneously thought to be a theory of particles and the subatomic microcosm, but it is more accurately a theory of the universe's very tapestry. A cosmic canvas whose objects aren't even necessarily small, as they are non-local perturbations of fields that obey non-classical dynamics. Some might even say spooky dynamics. Quantum field theory places light and matter on the same footing, as both are born of fields. It reveals matter to be an emergent phenomenon that arises from structures that themselves lack mass, while also affirming that what we perceive as empty space is in fact a spontaneous and effervescent medium. While general relativity usually explains gravity as the curvature of spacetime, it can equally be modeled as a field theory, one that fills the whole cosmos with an ethereal metric fluid that grants spacetime rigidity and causes gravity. What all this is telling us is that we are awash in an invisible sea of energy, and despite its fluid-like dynamics, fields and their ultimate carrier are born of immaterial waters. Viewing reality through the lens of modern scientific understanding tells us that we live in a plenum. Democritus' view of atoms in the void is denied. Aristotle had it right. Nature really does abhor a vacuum. The void is not nothing, but a something, and it has many attributes. We are like fish who know not that they swim in a cosmic ether. And not only does this quintessence possess the bare attributes that we call metric and quantum fields, but it is holographic, and every fragment of it is indistinguishable from every other fragment. The ether seethes with ephemeral activity and even weighs with a universal density. The ether exists. The possibility that this ether may be eternal may speak to a conformal, cyclic cosmology, as this ether may be the necessary precondition for any and all Big Bangs. And although I do not believe it is conscious, it is consciousness itself. To analyze this baseless fabric of our vision and understand this ethereal substance upon which our rebels and dreams are made, we need to go back and learn what we can of the history of light and matter and fill all of space with the celestial element. What's going on, guys? I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, even though it's not actually the end. That was just the beginning. That was just the prologue of what's going to be a 4-part series that I'm making on this baseless fabric of our vision. In this series, we'll be doing some natural philosophy by analyzing a unifying idea from modern physics, the notion that reality is made of waves in unseen fields. The first part will be on the history of light and the ether that carries it. We'll look at its mythological origin and subsequent development into the luminiferous ether of the Maxwellians, and even take a look at how Einstein, far from abolishing its existence, actually clarified the ether's properties. Part 2 will be on the quantum, its origin, and what it is as an object. Part 3 will be on entanglement, superposition, and how through a process called decoherence, matter waves localize to become the macroscopic objects we see all around us. Finally, in part 4, we ask whether the light and matter field we know to be a universal ether is holographic, and what that means. And we'll also look at the philosophy of consciousness and some theories of perception. I have all the videos written, but not all of them made. So in an effort to cultivate some interest in them, I'm going to be releasing them one at a time as I finish them, and with a final cut stitched all together at the end. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like and let me know what you thought of it in the comments. And if you want to see where I'm going with all of this, make sure you subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.